We are seeing some great things happening in the present, but it's also really, really exciting to celebrate our history. And there are just some tremendous people that we're going to be able to honor tonight.
Earl Dotson Jr., 205 Vibe, and we are at the 7th Annual Champions Ball. How did this come together, this idea to bring, Rockford Public Schools and the Sports Coalition sports component? How did that all come together?
Matt Parker and I were having some conversations, he's our district AD, about all the tradition and history of our school district in athletics, and we thought that an event and a ceremony to recognize those historical people and events would be very appropriate for our community.
Kind of what drove you initially to kind of come up with this idea that, let's take some time out to recognize these folks? Why do you think, how did that come about, and why do you think that's important?
So really everything that drives me with athletics is my experience in my childhood, and all the coaches that I experienced and learned from, and teammates and folks that supported me, and how important that was to get me to where I'm at today. And so I know that this is the same story that all of these individuals, both past and present, have experienced and are experiencing.
We are here with Mr. Bobby Anderson, one of the inductees tonight into the Champions Ball. You look back on that moment in time. What comes to your mind first when you were received the call about, hey, we want to honor you about something that you did back when you were in Auburn High School?
Well, I was trying to figure out why me. We all have that thing in the back of our mind. But in saying why me, I guess the other part of that is why not me.
Right.
And my wife got really excited when she found out and heard that I was coming back home and being awarded here at the Champions Ball.
What's it like when you're in that atmosphere with a team like that? What do you, as a coach, and you're coaching the young players, what are some of the things you're telling them to keep them motivated in terms of kind of, reaching some, this type of accomplishment?
Well, it's so easy for kids to get to a point where they get cocky. We're 4-0, and man, look, every game is a big game. I mean, you watch pro football, the top teams get beat because of a lot of things can happen to that crazy football. And just to keep them, fired up, going to class, and you just have a rapport with the kids, and expect them expect the toughest team in the league the next week. You're always playing the toughest team.
Why do you think it's important to recognize, some of those accomplishments in the past, and kind of recognize some of the great athletes that in Rockford Sports and in Rockford Public Schools? Why do you think that's important to do that?
I think anytime you can look back on history, you can feel pride about your community, feel good about Rockford, feel good about Rockford Public Schools, and that's really important for us.
What would you tell other student athletes about, not only excelling on the field or on the court, but also in the classroom, kind of the educational piece that goes along with being a sports athlete?
Yeah, well, you have to focus on both of them. My mother emphasized the part about education. You can be a good athlete, but you have to be able to function in the business world after you finish school. And if you can't do that, then your career possibilities are limited, But if you're an educated person, if you're a good athlete, you have the world in your hand.